After analyzing what type of issues are there in the organization, now you design in such a way that from where it has to be changed, the way of communication made by the manager is not up to the mark for the subordinates to understand and adjust with the concept of the mindset of the manager if he is going to communicate smoothly and even is going to communicate in such a way that every individual can understand the concept. Warm welcome to third sem B.Ba student. The subject we are discussing organizational behavior. In today's session, we are going to discuss about organizational development interventions. The concept is very easy, and these concepts are used by the organization for the improvement and to have the better control on organization culture and organized structures and the problems which arises in the organization. For those issues or conflicts or any problems which arises in the organization, if they adopt organization development interventions, they can have better changes in the organization structure, culture, and in the development aspects of the organization. I'm Professor Rajesh L.R. from Department of Commerce and Management, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. Today's session, here we are going to discuss about the meaning and definition, importance of OD interventions, process of OD intervention techniques and types. So these are the 4 topics are there, which will be there for 2 marks and 10 marks and 10 marks question, which you can get through the paper easily. In these 2 topics, any one question will be there. If you understand and you write the concepts easily, you can get through the paper here. As we said that when organization development interventions are programs which are processed and designed to improve the organizational functioning. They're saying that to achieve the goals in a smooth way without any hurdles or the conflicts which may arise in the organization. Either it may be in the process, the conflict may be there, or the issues may be there, or in the talent retention, the concept may be there, the issues may be in the organization, or the problems may be in the promotion, or it may be in the process of work, or it may be on the aspect of the thing, knowledge, skill, technology, appraisal. So like this, if there are any issues in the organization, if I want to overcome these issues in the organization, so we can adopt the design structure what we have here, organization development interventions, which makes the organizations to achieve the goals easily, at least avoiding the issues to up to certain extent level, and it can have a control on all the activities of the organization. Meaning of organization development intervention, say the set of structured activities in which selected organizational units, it may be a target group or individuals, engage with the task or a sequence of a task where the task goals are related directly or indirectly to the organizational improvement. They're saying that one, the concept may be adopted for the individual person, or the concept may be adopted for the overall team or a group activities by giving some task or changing the task concepts and the supporting the team or the individuals, which may change the entire concepts in the organization development. So the structure is such a thing, it is based on either for individuals or for the group of people in the organization or for the overall organization concept itself. So now the company or the organization has to decide where this concept has to be adopted and when it has to adopt the concept here for the changing and making success for both the things, employer and employees aspects here. So the organization think and they have to decide and they have to make the achievement of the goal, whatever the concept they have in their mindset, and have the better control on all cultural activities either inside or outside the organization. The definition what we have here, organization development intervention is a sequence of activities, university appointment actions, events intended to help an organization to improve its performance and effectiveness. This concept is nothing but to increase the performance of either the individual or the organization, or to have better utilization of the resources available in the organization in an effective and efficiency manner for achieving the goal of the organization. Sometimes it may be used as a target group. For the target group, we can adopt the organization development intervention concepts here, or it may be for target individuals by providing them different types of tasks or other concepts, whatever it is there, to increase the performance of individual. If one person's performance is increased, automatically there will be a little change in the development of the organization. If the same thing is adopted in the overall team members of the organization, definitely there will be an overall increase in the performance of the organization requirement in the society. Importance of OD intervention. The first one, boost the quality of employee performance. They say that one by adopting the changing concept here and new concept and making the increase in the level of thinking and level of adjusting for the environment for the individuals, which increases automatically the performance of the individual and motivates him to work in the organization. Leads to perpetual improvement in organization. There will be a small increase and changes in the level of output, level of activities by adopting the OD interventions. Enhances the quality of products and services. It changes and increases the quality of the products and even the services also if we adopt the concept, the process of changes or the structure program which is required in the individual departments or in the overall structure of the organization, which change the every concept of the organization. Earlier, the quality of the product may be around 60 to 70%. After adopting the organization development intervention concepts or ready-made available structured programs in the organization, it changes the overall concept of the organization in such a way that one nobody would have been thought that one because of the small change in the adoption, it has increased overall performance of the organization, which was not expected and which changes the entire attitudes of the individuals to work in a positive attitude manner and support the organization and achieve the goals easily, which supports intent in return to the employees for their betterment and the growth in the organization. Enhances the competitive edge of the organization. By adopting this concept, even it supports to compete in the market and have a better control of the market and have the increase in the sales and production. Increases the profitability of the organization. By adopting the new concepts and new strategies, definitely the organization is going to earn more profits, and available of the organization in the market makes it easy and there will be a normal sustainability in the organization development. Process of OD interventions we have here. First one is diagnose. The first step of the management, first understand what type of problems are there, where there is a difference of opinion is rising or the gap is there, either with the subordinates and superiors or with the top level management and middle level management or middle level management and lower level management, or the process of work where it is taking place, where it is happening the problem, and what type of gap we have here, whether we have the communication barriers are there, or whether we have emotional barriers are there, whether we have any technical barriers are there, what type of issues are there in the organization. First, understand what type of issues are there either in the individual or department wise or in the overall activities of the organization. So then the organization can think that one, what changes can be adopted for the betterment of the organization. The next second one is designing an organization development intervention strategy is that one. After analyzing what type of issues are there in the organization, now you design in such a way that one, from where it has to be changed and how we can adopt the changes in the organization. Either can I make the information or the change what has to be done in the organization, let me immediately apply the concept, or let me go step by step, so where it can be achieved easily and implemented in the organization, so that there will be no issues again in the future of the organization development. So now the organization, after analyzing that one, it has to design and then make the development of OD intervention strategy. So now in this step, evaluation objective. Now you just evaluate the process, whatever you have designed, and just check that one, whether there will be any changes after applying the new concepts in the organization. The next one we have, now implement that one. After evaluating how the success will be there in the organization, now start to implement the concept in the organization in the easiest way, that one, where it makes the changes in the individual behavior, individual attitude, and other concepts of the work environment, whatever we have. And next, again, the next part will be evaluation. After implementation, what are the changes has taken place? Just check that one. If there is positive concept is coming, so by adopting these strategies in the organization in one department has changed the concept, means make the same concept to be adopted in all other departments also, or in all other individual mindsets, or for the overall organization structure, which helps the organization to achieve the goals easily and to sustain in the market for long period, and to have better control of the market for a long concepts, and even earning profits without any hurdles in the external or internal part of the organization. Next we have here types of OD interventions: human process intervention, techno-structural interventions, human resource management interventions, strategic change. So they'll ask you people, mention the types of OD intervention. In these four, you have to write all the four to get the 2 marks. And this is a 2 marks question in the examination for the third sem B.Ba students. Which are the 4 interventions we have? Human process, techno-structural, human resource management, and strategic change. These are the 4 interventions are there which can be adopted by the organization as per the required strategies for the development of the organization. The first one we have taken here, human process interventions here. In this one, related to interpersonal relations, group and organizational dynamics. These were earliest form of interventions and are often aimed at improving communications within the workplace. Say, human process intervention is a process what we have designed in such a way that one, it is an oldest form in the organization development in the society available in the present scenario. And here the concepts are taken in such a way that one, related to the interpersonal relations, group and organization dynamics. And even it is made for the improving the communications. They are saying that one, the communication barriers, whatever we have in the organization, those things can be changed based on the type of barrier which we have in the organization. Physical communication barriers, or it may be emotional communication barriers, or what type of language communication barriers, what type of barriers are there, those can be changed in the workplace for the better improvement in the organization. So under human process intervention, we have the first one, T group or sensitivity training. See, this is a type of training. It is called as T group training. This technique is based on that assumption that a manager behavior is not how he thinks he behaves, but how others view his behavior. Let's say that one, the manager, how is communicating with the subordinates. The subordinates are thinking that one, the manager is overruling all the subordinates of the organization. So they are not in a position to understand the way of communication made by the manager with all his subordinates. The basic objective of the sensitive training is to change the behavior of the people through unstructured group interactions. The same that one. So this can be changed only with the support of unstructured group interactions, means dividing the number of individuals and making in such a way that when interacting with the people and getting the information, how the communication has to be changed or improved for the betterment of the organization. So if we think that one, the way of communication made by the manager is not up to the mark for the subordinates to understand and adjust with the concept of the mindset of the manager. So then they have to collect the information, how they want to receive the information, the encoding of the messages, how it should be there, and how he has to support the subordinates of the organization for the betterment and improve the performance of individuals in the organization. So if I want to increase the efficiency of the individual, definitely we have to change our attitudes and even the behavior, so that automatically supports all others to understand the concepts easily. The participants discuss freely, added by a facilitator. The role of facilitator is to call attention from the time to time for the ongoing process within the group. They're saying that one, let us appoint a person like a facilitator. His role is that one, he has to communicate with all the individuals. At time to time, he has to collect the information. Then he has to support both the people, the manager as well as the subordinates in the organization, and make them to work in a team as we are one. So there'll be no problems in the organization. Benefits of T groups, what we have here. So with the help of T group, the communications can be improved here, and they can understand what the subordinates is required and what the manager wants to communicate. If we make both the peoples to join together and make the team, so definitely it is going to have in such a way that when the manager's view can be understood by the subordinates, so that the work will go easily. If the manager is in the north side and if the subordinates are in the south side, so both north and south is in a different directions are there. So now it is going to be imbalance here. So they cannot adjust with the environment where they are standing. We have to bring both the people together and make them to understand the situation and the concept, what the manager is willing to communicate and what they are understanding and how they are understanding, and making them to understand each person's view. So it is going to make the organization to be in a successive post of the benefits, or else definitely the organization can lose certain concepts, even the work or even the value in the society. People who are more often open to feedback, means first think that one, whether any person who is there who wants to discuss the issues openly and wants to communicate to the higher level people what it is happening and how the work should be done, or what is the behavior of the manager, or what type of feedback he wants to give on the process of work which is happening in the organization. It develops insights into how the participants react to others and how others react to them. I mean, they're saying that the way of communication made by the manager, received by the subordinates, how they react for the communication made by the manager, if he is going to communicate smoothly and even is going to communicate in such a way that when every individual can understand the concept. If he doesn't communicate in such a way, so the reaction of others will be always in a negative or in a different concept only, where they'll be not adjusted with the environment or the communication behavior of the manager, what we have in the present. And it helps to understand the group processes and interpersonal group relation, how the management approach people through means other than power. See, they're saying that when if the manager communicates in a different way, they think that one, the difference of opinion, where it stands, because the power of the opposition person and the power of the person who's standing here in the subordinate, because of the designated thing, they're not in a position to meet together and work as a team person, because the manager thinks in such a way that I'm the topmost person in the team. Whatever I say, they have to listen. He should never say that one. He has to collect what the subordinates want to communicate. He has to listen that one, and then he has to think if it is worth for the organization. He has to motivate the employees or the subordinates in such a way that when, because of the information given by such and such person, there is a small changes in the organization development. So which supported even for the organization to sustain for long run. So if they collect the proper feedback in the work area, and if both the people can understand and work in a team, there will be no conflicts in any of the organization or any process of the work, whatever we have here. Next, we have here process consultation. Here, according to Edison, the process consultation includes set of activities on the part of the consultant, which helps the client to perceive, understand, and act upon the process events which occur in the client's environment. Say, this is the next type of human resource interventions, whatever we have here. The person, the outsider, will come and just check that one, what type of environment is built in the organization, and what are the things is going on in the organization, and how they're behaving individually or in a group, and even from the top level to the lower level. They collect all the concepts, then they design the process, which process is better and how it has to be started and how it can adopted in the organization for the changes whatever we have here. Third one we have here, team building. So it is a third concept what we have here. The organizations have to start in such a way that when now it has to build the teams and make the group of people to work in a team, so then it can get the most success in the organization by saying the word called, what is the word we have written here? Success. What is missing? You. Means that the organization has to say that when you people are missing, because of you only I'm in the success position. So now you just say them. They are the main people for the betterment of the organization, and stating we are one always in the society. So making the groups and members and diagnose how they work together and plan changes that will be improve their effectiveness. So make the teams and make the team to work in such a way that one, monitor that one, how the people in the team are behavior is there and what changes has to be bring in the each team, so that can be adopted by the organization for the change development and even for the success in the work concept, whatever it is planning to have for the future. The work problems may be of two types: task-related conflicts and personality conflicts. See here, the task-related conflict may be streamlined by changing the way of thinking, by redirecting the resources to be utilized by re-examining the work. The task-related conflict is nothing but the people think that one, the work whatever they are given is more for us, and for other people they are given very less. So the issues arises here. We are working from morning to night and they're not working in the organization. Why should I have to work? And we are putting efforts and we are not getting the salary properly. The people who are not working there, they're getting proper salary and even increment they're getting, and appraisal is there, and we don't getting the benefits here. So the people think that one, the conflict arises in that way. So that has to be changed here. Personality conflict. The interpersonal relationship with the team can be improved by creating an environment which is open and trustworthy. In this atmosphere, members can freely communicate their feelings. Say, personality conflicts arises in the organization. At that time, the organization has to adopt in such a way that, well, now they have to express their views and opinions freely so that they can understand what issues are taking place and how it can be replaced with the new concepts, whatever we have here. Next, organization confrontation meetings make the people to work in such a way that one arrange the team in such a way that one where they can meet with all levels of management and communicate, and all levels of management has to be communicated with the process of work, what it is happening and how the process has to be changed in the organization. Next one we have here, intergroup intervention, microcosm group interventions. These concepts are adopted for the small changes or the group conflicts wherever we have here. And next one, we have large group intervention. The large group intervention is largely descriptive and normative and contains number of case studies that describe the process and some immediate outcomes. They're saying that one in the large organization, that different types of issues, whatever it is there, that will be taken into the consideration. The case study will be made and made at the changes immediately, which gives immediate effect on the change concept of the organization. The work group prompts may be think whatever we have here, concepts, open system method and open space method we have here. Open system method is external interactions in the form of information or material transfer to the boundary. It is a system contrast with the concept of isolated system. They are saying that one the thing whatever it is we have on the external, and the open space is nothing but the participants has to create and manage the agenda themselves in the internal part, and there's the external part. Whichever is better for the changes can be adopted in the organization, they can have for the better in the development of the organization. The next types of OD interventions, techno and other things, whatever we have, we are going to discuss in the next session. And today's session, we have discussed only one type of intervention, human process intervention. Thank you to all third sem BBA students. In today's session, we learned about organization development interventions, which supports for the change in the organizational structure for the issues or other concepts which arises within the organization. Namaste.